Boom! What is up, Wanderers? We're back with another one-take bag review. All right, this time we've got something really special. It is the Elements backpack from Alpaka. Now, Alpaka is a brand that has really blown up over the last couple of years. You may have seen them on Kickstarter. You definitely, if you have Instagram, have been bombarded by some beautiful looking sling bags in your posts and in your feed. But goodness gracious, I'm excited to talk about this backpack and excited to dive into another one-take bag review. So, you know what we do. We're gonna look at the outside of this bag, then we're gonna look at the inside of this bag, get into all the nooks and crannies, and then we're gonna talk about two things we love about this bag, two things not so much, and then an overall recommendation for you. Should you invest your hard-earned dollars in the Elements backpack from Alpaka? All right, well, let's dive in. I think the first thing I wanted to talk about with this bag on the exterior is this. What is this? This is the very slim form factor of the bag, okay? So this is a slim bag, and you know, for some of you, I was just talking about this in a community post, for some of you that's great news because you're minimalists, and for some of you, maybe you're scratching your head and saying, what can I fit into this bag? What would I have to edit out of my carry if this was going to be my EDC backpack? And that's really what this is. This is an EDC backpack, and it's not designed as a travel bag. It's not designed as a weekend or an overnight bag. This is an EDC bag. It's a city bag, and I'm excited to review it as such. And I've been wearing it to work and wandering around kind of to my workplace and then around to some just personal events as well, using this bag and getting used to it and learning all about it so that I can share my thoughts with all of you. So, on the exterior of this bag, this is a really nice, slick nylon exterior with a thicker ballistic kind of cordura on the bottom, gives it some toughness. We'll talk pockets in a second, I promise, but a really beautiful silhouette, right? Really beautiful. You do have two water bottle pockets, okay? One on each side. Now, I have not used them for water bottles. I don't really carry a water bottle, but I know a lot of you do. This is not for a 32-ounce Nalgene. It does have elastic stretch, but you're talking like a 20-ounce Coke bottle, 20-ounce water bottle, swell bottle. That's what you're fitting into this with no problem. I use mine. I've got my battery backup in here and a cord, and then on the other side I had a face mask and a little kind of backup gimbal phone holder that I use for filming walks on my other channel, okay? So, two very useful, very well constructed slip pockets for water or for anything else. They don't zip at the top, etc., but they do have some give and they're really well constructed. And again, they add to this kind of overall really streamlined look of this bag. Okay, let's keep going. Up top, you have a really comfortable grab handle right on the top of the bag. And then on the back, you've got a really cool harness system, okay? So we're gonna talk straps here in a little bit, I promise. But what do you have going on? You have attachment points. You have a little bit of kind of daisy chain webbing here. You've got a really nice, I don't know if you can see this very well. I hope you can, but this is the kind of matrixed polygon, I don't know, 3D strap that Alpaka uses on their sling bags has been carried over to the backpack straps themselves. Very adjustable, and then you've got a really nice sternum strap as well, which is also adjustable. So a lot of coolness going on back here, and then the back itself is very cushioned with a really nice air channel as well. Okay. So that's all there really is to the exterior of this bag. One thing you don't notice is crazy branding. You have a black embossed Alpaka right here, and that's it. You also don't have a external USB plug-in, which is something that they have on some of their slings. If you love that, I'm sorry. I don't like it at all. I wish they would delete it from all their bags. I think it really screws up the streamlined look of their bags. So I'm glad to see it not included on this backpack. Okay, so you have two pockets on this bag, the main compartment and the front compartment, okay? The front compartment is down here. There is not a pocket right up here, okay? So if you're thinking that looks like a pocket, guess what? It's not a pocket. This is the pocket under this flap, okay? So what do you have in here? You have one slip pocket, okay? And it's white, high contrast, and I've got my AirPods and glasses and such inside this pocket, okay? Just some knickknacks that I'm carrying around with me, and I have, you know, a flashlight as well. So it's a small pocket. It's about big enough for 2 3x5 cards next to each other, and it's not very thick. So this is my battery backup. That is about the size of this pocket, okay? So it's useful and it's easy to access, but it's not huge. So understand your quick access pocket, not padded for sunglasses and not huge, but is very useful and is slick looking as heck. So good stuff there. Then you get into the main compartment. This zips down on both sides about 3/4 of the way to the water bottle holders. And then let's flip it around and look at the front first. But here you can see kind of the overall look and feel of this bag. On the inside, we've got a nice white high contrast, light gray really, but I think it looks really slick. Inside here, you got a lot going on, okay? So first off, up top, we have a little knick-knack pocket, okay? I've just got some medical stuff in there, some Neosporin, some chapstick, some Advil. Nothing too crazy up in that pocket. It's not very big. You can see into it here. It's just a little knick-knack pocket, okay? Then you have a larger pocket underneath that one, okay? And I've got, you know, a knife in there and a face mask and a bandana, but it goes to right here. And, you know, again, it's about this size, about like that, okay? That's the interior of this pocket. Next thing you have is some attachment points, okay? So these are seatbelt material, and there's 3 attachment points. They're designed to go with the hub system that Alpaka sells. So you can buy accessories specifically designed to clip onto these attachment points. Carabiners work too, a lot of other stuff work too, but it's not MOLLE compatible. So you won't be connecting a lot of your MOLLE bags and accessories to this, and it's not hook and loop either. So just be aware. It is a bit proprietary, but it's not so proprietary that you can't use it. As an example, on the back side here, I've got my pocket knife clipped. You can clip a multi-tool, you can clip a lot of stuff. So we'll talk about this packet here in a second. But here you go, you can see right here that the back side has 3 more attachment points on the back. And then there is a laptop sleeve right here that fits up to a 15-inch laptop with kind of a felt, again, not hook and loop, but a felt super cushioned spot back here for your laptop, okay? So then you've got a drop pocket here, the whole main compartment, and I've got, you know, a hat, I've got my gimbal, tripod, pretty big compartment down there, and I also had in there a tech organizer, also from Alpaka, that I just slid right into the bag. All their stuff works really well, and you know, the similar look and feel is a plus for me as well. So what am I using this tech organizer for? Well, and I'll put a link to this in the comments. Boom. I'm using it for a lot, but it is a really slick organizer with a really gorgeous interior here, kind of this orange honeycomb. 1 zippered pocket, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then inside here there's actually an admin compartment, 8, 9, 10, 11 different pockets, plus this one on the front. It's just really nice. So I've got, you know, 13 different compartments in this organizer, which I just dropped down into the bag, which I found to be an excellent way to set up this bag. And you can do it vertically or toss it down in the very bottom of the bag as well. So that's how I set it up. Obviously, your choices are your own. So let's dive in. 2 things we love about this bag. the first thing, this bag was so fun to wear. And I was trying to figure out what is it about this bag. And let me put it on here for you. But I was trying to figure out what is it about this backpack that makes it, you know, so fun to wear. It feels nice. And so what is it about this bag? So it came down to a couple of things as I played around with it. First off, the straps themselves are super overbuilt for the actual amount of stuff that you carry in this bag. But they're not overbuilt. So 511, I just reviewed the 511 backpack. They're overbuilt in a way that feels like a hiking bag. Like it is beefy, it is awkward, it is a little bit tough to carry. These are still really slim straps, but they're super cushioned, they're contoured. It is, I don't know how to say it besides to say that it is really joyful as an experience to wear this backpack. And part of that, I think, is the slim form factor. It just hugs to your back. It feels like just a garment more than a bag. I hope that makes sense, but it just glues to your back, and it just feels right wearing it. Now, your mileage may vary. There's a lot of different body types out there. There's men, there's women, there's all kinds of things. But, you know, at the end of the day, I thought this was one of the most comfortable carries that I own. And not because it's overbuilt, but because it just fits right. So that's the first thing I love about the bag. The second thing I love about the bag, and I didn't even mention, this is a waterproof Ykk Zipper, AquaGuard. The second thing I love about this bag is the white interior and the interior pockets in this section of the bag. So I loved the front compartment here. I like the attachment points. I can get over the fact that they are kind of built out for Alpaka accessories because you can clip sunglasses on here, you can clip carabiners on here, I clip multi-tools on here. You can still use these even if you don't want to do kind of specific hub accessories. And it pairs so well with Alpaka branded accessories, which really aren't that expensive. So I really like the kind of whole ecosystem, and the look and feel of this bag is so modernist, and it just pairs so well with, you know, a tech forward carry. So, you know, if it's iPads, if it's, you know, your AirPods Max, you know, this bag just looks modern, looks slick, and yeah, it looks great in the ads. It looks just as great in person and in your hands, which isn't always the case. So really like the organization of the main compartment, really like how it pairs with the other accessories from Alpaka, and I really like the way that it feels on your bag, or on your back, excuse me. So two things I don't like as much. A couple of things. So the first thing I don't like as much is I think without sacrificing anything in the design, because of all these pleats and everything up here, they could have added a little drop pocket for sunglasses up top, kind of a quick access felt lined pocket up here without really hurting the look of the bag at all. So I found myself missing that. I found myself missing the kind of just little drop pocket right here. This is useful. It's not as useful as a drop pocket up in the top of the bag because you have to pick up the bag and go to this bottom pocket to get into it. Whereas if you've got the bag sitting on the floor next to you, you can access the top pocket very easily in bags that have those top pockets. So I found myself missing that in this bag. It's not a deal breaker, but it's a convenience that I think most of us are used to on pretty much every backpack design out there. So it's kind of weird to not have it. So that's the first thing I didn't like. The second thing I didn't like is I think they missed a trick in the main compartment here of not having a tablet sleeve. So I know a lot of you, like me, have not just a laptop, but you have a tablet as well. And you can double it up in here. There's plenty of room to double up in here. So it's not a deal breaker, but I think, what would it It costs 30 cents of fabric to have a tablet sleeve right here. So I think it's a trick that they missed that, you know, most tech-focused bags account for a tablet and a laptop. So I would have liked that. Again, not a deal breaker. Do you need it? Maybe not. Would it be nice to see? Yes, because a lot of those tablet sleeves can double up also as document sleeves or cord holders, etc. So let's talk about this bag. Well, should you buy it? It's interesting because I think the answer is yes, but. So what is the but? The but is you have to know that you are going to be getting a bag that is for a minimalist carry, okay? Now, you can toss a couple of little bag within a bags into this backpack, and that kind of helps build out more pockets and a little bit more storage. But this bag is not, I mean, it ain't that bag, and it ain't that bag, and it ain't even any of those bags. This bag is much more minimalist. It's like you take a tech sling, but give it a second strap to make it more comfortable to carry all day long. That's what this felt like to me, which makes sense because Alpaka is born and raised on making some of the best slings in the game. The Alpha, the Bravo Max, you can see all of those reviewed on this channel. They make great slings. So, doesn't surprise me that this feels like an overbuilt sling that's been turned into a backpack, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all, actually. So I very much enjoyed this backpack, and they just launched it in multicam black with a blaze orange interior, and I am so dying to see that bag. And that's one of the other things I love about Alpaka, honestly. Stick around. If you don't like the color of the bag, but you do like the bag, they're constantly dropping new colorways and limited releases. It's a very dynamic company to follow. Some companies release a product every couple of years. Alpaka releases a new product almost every week, which is really freaking exciting, and I don't know how they do it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this backpack review. I love this bag. I think it's great. Now, check it out. Make sure you don't have too much to fit into this bag, but if you're gonna have just enough for fit into this bag, go for it. Man, you will love this thing. It is super, super, super comfortable. Great bag, Alpaka. All right, everybody, we will see you next time. That's it for now. Thanks so much. Please like the stream if you like the stream. Subscribe if you're new here. We do bag reviews all the time. And everybody, thanks for the support. Bye for now.